Welcome to the Christian and Cowboy Podcast that is basically sports free now. Uh, yeah, basically every sport in the world has been canceled. Uh, Cowboy joins me as always. Cowboy for the end of the world. How are you doing today?
I don't know if I'm gonna survive with all this that's going on. I mean, obviously we're all gonna die.
Yeah, obviously. Well, I guess that's the episode. No, I'm kidding. Let's see. What do you think the worst part about this is? I mean, I already know
I,
what you're gonna say, but
I think the worst part is the kids that don't get to play in these things
yeah.
by far. You're talking about the seniors and teams like Dayton that had an all-time season.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they could have won the whole thing. You never know, and that's over with. The biggest thing that disappoints me is I don't understand why they had to cancel it.
Yeah.
Why the kids I just don't get that part of it.
Couldn't just postpone it. Yeah. That honestly, when the news first came out, that was the part I was like most confused and angry about. Is like, why couldn't you just postpone it?
I've still not heard a good answer for that. I don't understand why they couldn't.
We probably won't ever get a good answer because it's the NCAA.
Is the Tennessee State basketball tournament still on? As far as you know,
It's still on, but they are doing the no fans thing. Besides varsity players, or besides players, coaches, and medical staff, all that. Besides that, they're allowing 23 fans per team.
oh my god, so that's gonna be hard to figure that in. Maybe a parent or two per player.
Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, it's really an unfortunate situation. But I mean, I understand why they made the decision, especially like I understand why all these organizations made this decision, but I don't understand why you have to cancel it. Like especially, why did they cancel all spring and winter sports? Like the College World Series isn't until June.
Nah, I know. Your Uncle Brian and I were talking about that too. I mean, let's slow down a little bit here. I mean, there's no reason to be doing something now that's going to take place 3 months from now. It didn't make any sense to me at all.
And probably the worst part about this too is probably the one of the Tennessee's best baseball teams since like 2005, and this happens.
Yeah, I know it. They're still talking about playing some. They've only SEC's only suspended spring sports through March 30th.
And I guess the NCAA just canceled College World Series, so I guess they're just gonna play for nothing.
Well, you can win the conference. I mean, that'd be better than nothing. Still have your conference. That'd be the one-time conference tournaments mean something.
Yeah, wouldn't mean anything else, but just winning a conference tournament wouldn't get you anything, I guess. But
yeah, but I mean, you say you're SEC champions that year.
yeah.
I mean, I'd take you out if I was Tennessee.
Yeah.
If they could somehow win the league.
I think it's pretty funny that basically every team in the country has pulled the UCF way of things and declared themselves national champions. I saw one tweet that they quoted John Ward. They said, "The 2020 national championship is clad in big orange," and that showed like a picture of us, and then it said 2020 national champions.
Hang a banner, as you said today.
Yeah, I'm talking about that was SEC tournament. Yeah, hang a freaking banner for the SEC tournament, man.
Yeah, might as well.
I mean, yeah, I've actually been dealing with a little bit of sickness myself. No, I do not have the coronavirus. Calm down. I have
you're doing a lot of coughing over there.
I have a common cold. I've been coughing a lung up the past 2 days, but the way I see it is, I already had a fever that lasted like a day on Sunday, and the coronavirus, it's all of that stuff together. And I've had all this stuff separated. So,
that's good.
way I look at it, I'm fine. And
Did you go to school today?
yeah, I went to school I went to school Wednesday and Thursday of this week.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, today we just had a half day, so we really didn't do anything. But yeah, one thing that was pretty cool to well, not cool to experience, but pretty interesting to experience that I'll always look back on when I think about this as like the first thing where we knew like some crazy stuff is about to happen is when the NBA suspended the season yesterday. That was last night while I was at church. Like the service was over, we were just talking and stuff. I glanced at my phone, I saw that, and I was like, and we were just sitting there like, is this real? Like, did this really just happen? And then obviously we all know
Did it really happen?
Rudy Gobert testing positive, and then of course not that. Like of all players to get infected, of course it had to be their best player too.
Let me ask you a question. Are the Titans in the playoffs? I'm the Titans. Are the Predators in the playoffs right now?
So right now, we would be the last team in the playoffs.
That's very important.
Yeah.
You realize that, right?
Yeah. So the Grizzlies are the 8th seed right now too.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I knew about that.
Both of my teams would squeeze into the playoffs if they just decide to start the playoffs when this thing's over with.
I think it's pretty likely is what's going to happen.
Yeah. Do you agree with the fact that when all of this is, if Tennessee ends up finding the cure for this, hold on a second, and we'll be back after this commercial break.
Jackson from Teresa for your birthday, didn't you?
Yep. All right. Sorry for the interruption, guys. I don't even remember what we were talking about, so I guess we could talk about the Players' Championship.
I was going to say, we still got golf action.
Yeah, that is a positive. I really haven't even looked at the leaderboard. I mean, I watched a little bit of it today, but I really haven't even looked at the leaderboard today, to be honest.
Matsuyama shot a course record 9 under.
Really?
Yep.
That's interesting. Let's see here. Oops.
Your boy Spieth and my boy Mickelson both shot 3 over. They're tied for 100.
I saw Spieth was 3 over.
It's just, man.
Tied for 100.
I'm starting. The longer this goes, the more worried about him I get.
There's really not many recognizable names on this leaderboard except Matsuyama.
No, there isn't.
Siwoo Kim, maybe. He won it a couple years ago, if I remember correctly.
He won an event just 2 weeks ago. He won
really? Did he win in Mexico or something?
The Honda Classic, I think it was.
I couldn't remember if it was that or Mexico, but...
No, you're right. The top 10, you don't have a whole lot going on there. Jason Duffer and Graham McDowell are 2 major winners. Webb Simpson's tied for 7th. Major winner. Cameron Chance, 4 other tied for 7th.
Really?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, but you're right. Most of the big names are pretty far down.
Yeah. Well, now that the XFL has been canceled as well, I guess...
Oh, that's what we were talking about before we had our commercial break.
Yeah, they've gone ahead and just said that they're not playing any more this season. So they didn't postpone anything. They just said we're done for this year. We're coming back next year. They've officially said they're going to come back next year, though. So I guess all you and I have left now that we actually care about is golf and wrestling.
Wrestling? I thought you were out of wrestling now.
So I guess I'm back in now. Yeah, they moved tomorrow night SmackDown to the Performance Center. So I guess I'm all in on SmackDown tomorrow night.
What's going to be interesting is what they're going to do about WrestleMania.
They said they haven't made any plans to change anything yet, which I can't believe. But I mean, I don't know. Has Tampa Bay been hit hard by it?
I don't think so. I mean, nowhere's really been hit that hard except for Washington State.
Oh, really?
That's the only place where this is really a big problem. I don't care what you've heard on TV. But yeah, they'll have some decisions to make.
Yeah. One thing that I can take solace in is, I'm just speaking of my family, is my 96-year-old great-grandmother. I know there's no way she's going to get, well, I'm not going to say no way. I'm going to say I know it's very unlikely she's going to get this because she stays at home all day. And my 90-year-old grandmother, I know there's very little chance she can get it as well because she stays at home all day too. I can at least take solace in that.
Yeah. And that's who's most susceptible to it, or elderly people.
Yeah.
Our age folks, or your age folks, it's no
But
biggie.
Dad, you're only like 50.
Yeah, I know. Not quite, not yet 50.
Yeah, almost. No, not yet. I don't even remember who it was, but I saw one tweet that said, I wonder if not having sports for this long is going to make us all geniuses. And I was like, it made me think it's like the abstinence episode in Seinfeld, where he just becomes a genius.
Yeah, when he stops having sex.
Yeah, he goes, you see, hitting is all about physics. And he's just hitting bombs in Yankee Stadium. We won the World Series in 6 games.
In 6 games.
But yeah. Okay, one thing the NCAA needs to do for sure, though, grant these seniors an extra year of eligibility. I don't care what sport it is. I don't care how long the season had left. Grant these seniors a free extra year of eligibility. This is an unforeseen circumstance. This is something no one had any idea that this was going to happen.
I think that's a pretty good idea.
Why would we not allow that to happen?
Did you come up with that on your own? Did you hear that somewhere?
No. I mean, everyone's been saying that.
I hadn't heard it anywhere. But that's a good idea.
There's no reason why we can't, though, is what I'm saying.
No, there isn't, but they won't do it. I can tell you that right now.
I have heard the one problem that might come up is scholarship numbers, though.
Yeah,
because you can only have a certain number of scholarships. So yeah, that's probably the only problem that would arise from it. But I mean, I don't know. It's a difficult situation for sure.
It's terrible, man. I mean, I feel bad for, like I said, the schools that, like Dayton, ETSU, might have their best team ever, which it's just, you just can't reproduce that.
It's just all wasted.
You don't even get to see the pairings. You don't get the selection show is about the most fun thing about it. So who's playing who, picking a bracket, don't get to do that.
Okay. I'm still going to do it. You know what I'm going to do?
What's that?
Joe Lenardi posted one last bracketology. We're all going to debate it for the next 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah. We're going to have a whole simulation party on NCAA 10.
Is that what you're going to do, really?
No, I'm not going to do that. That would be fun, though. I mean, it'd be something to do.
Well, you can do it. And you just do I wouldn't play every game. You just do a simulation of each game.
Well, I mean, it would depend on how long you would want it to take. If you just wanted to do it in one day, obviously you would just...
Now, you told me they don't update the rosters on that game, do they?
Well, you can, but on that game you have to use a mod for it.
Right.
With NCAA 14, it's just roster share. NCAA Football 14, it's just roster share.
Right.
You can literally just click roster share, put in someone's gamer tag, and get their roster.
Okay.
So it's a lot easier on there. You know, with NCAA Basketball 10, you got to do all this extra stuff, and yeah.
Does somebody change the ratings and stuff for them too?
Yeah, they do ratings and stuff. That Operation Sports is a company that does stuff like that. Like they do stuff like, I think in the MLB The Show games, they don't have real name players for minor league teams. They got people who do that, put in real names on there. They've got a group of people who do it for NCAA football every year. So yeah, they've got a lot of people doing stuff like that. And if you have a PlayStation, at least you have something to do to pass the time, because I heard MLB The Show 20 actually comes out tonight.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's actually one thing I'm looking forward to is starting next year, MLB The Show is going to be cross-platform. So this is going to be the last year MLB The Show is going to be PlayStation exclusive. Next year, I'll get to play on an Xbox.
Yeah, that'll be good. What games did you get this year at Christmas time?
None.
You hadn't bought any new games?
Well, only new game I bought was NHL 20. I didn't even get 2K this year. I just didn't feel like it. Mainly because, like, for the quality of a game it is, I didn't play it enough, so I was like, I'm not going to waste my money on that again.
What is that now? Is that NBA?
Yeah. Although it'd be really useful right now.
Yeah, it could be. Don't you get tired of playing sports games? Don't you want to play like Halo or something?
Dad, here's the thing. Here's why I'm never going to be able to be good at first-person shooters or anything like that. Sports games, the majority of them, you have to move you don't have to move the sticks nearly as fast or have to have as fast a thumbs nearly at all as in first-person shooters. It's like a complete difference. Sports games, you can just excuse me, I can't talk. Gosh, sports games you can just sit there and just slowly move your way through. FPS, it's just moving 15 buttons at once. You gotta shoot here, you gotta reload here, you gotta move your head, you gotta move your body. It's just like, yeah.
Do you got my Halo games?
That's a good question.
Look and see if you do. Maybe you ought to bring them so I can play them when you come home.
Yeah. I might do that. I think you might have them, but I'm not 100% sure. I'll look after this is over.
All right.
Let's see here. Yeah, MLS is canceled too. I guess the order of cancellation was NBA, MLS, NHL, and then Major League Baseball.
So, is MLS cancel or they postpone it?
They postponed. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah. Very different thing.
Yeah. Obviously, we've seen that over the past 48 hours, that canceled and postponed are two very different things.
Yeah, they are.
Some of the only positive news I received today is that dogs cannot get the coronavirus.
I saw that.
I was excited to see that.
Stupid dog.
Oh yeah, stupid dog. Huh. I'm trying to think of other things we could talk about. It'd be a weird podcast for it to only be 17 minutes long. I know what we can talk about. What are we going to do with no sports? What are you going to do? To pass the, in times you would normally watch sports, what are you going to watch?
Man, I don't know. I'll probably just read.
Oh, you're going to treat it like a prison sentence?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's what Reed said. He said I'm treating this like a prison sentence. I'm just going to read books until the time comes that we have sports again. But yeah, I'm probably going to, having Disney Plus right now is a really great thing. There's a lot of stuff I can watch that I've never watched before, I guess. There's a lot of good movies on there that I've never watched before that I'd like to check out, so. That's probably the only companies that will benefit from something like this is like streaming services like Netflix and Disney Plus, stuff like that.
They will, but I tell you what, I hate to be in Reed's shoes. What in the world are they going to talk about now?
Oh, yeah. What are they going to talk about? Yeah.
There's only some. I mean, that's bad. They're going to have to dig deep to find topics.
I've heard some sports guys just kind of joking around about it, but some seriously saying like, "Oh, we can just talk about movies," or. I mean, you just gotta find stuff to do. You just gotta find stuff to talk about that's not sports related at this point. Like, you could say, "Hey, everyone, go watch this movie. We'll talk about it tomorrow. We can all call in and have a 3-hour show about this movie."
Yeah.
I mean, you could start a book club with your listeners.
Yeah.
You just gotta find random stuff to do, I guess. But
you know what you should do if you're a kid?
Actually pay attention to school.
Yeah, that and get work on your golf game. Seems like that needs to be all you need to be doing.
Yeah, honestly, I'm really gonna start grinding here. Now that there's no sports for me to watch, I'm probably gonna be at the course like every weekend. Actually, no, probably about it. I'm gonna be at the course every weekend. Probably like 3 times a week now. I'm gonna be at the course.
That's a good idea, honey.
But
you tell your listeners about your car that you got? You bought with your own money?
No, see, I see it's not mine yet. I'm not going to reveal it until it's mine. Well, the cat's out of the bag now. I know you're digging for stuff to talk about. I'm not going to get mad at you for that. You're digging for stuff to talk about.
Cat's out of the bag now.
Cat's out of the bag now. Let's see.
When is it going to be yours?
I'd say probably like a couple weeks. Shouldn't
Why
be
is it
that long.
Why is it taking so long?
We're having some. I don't really know. I'm trying to stay away from it. I'm trying to stay away from the adult stuff, like getting the title changed and stuff. So I don't know all the specifics. So I don't want to report you something that's untrue.
Oh, okay, right.
So I'm just not gonna say anything. But anyway.
Crude?
It's rude, crude, outrageous. No, I don't even remember what I was gonna say now. Yeah, I can't believe the Olympics haven't been canceled yet.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's coming next, especially where that is over in Japan.
Yeah.
Now that would be something you couldn't really do another time.
Yeah. I even saw like when they were talking about that like a month ago that they wouldn't postpone it; they would just cancel it straight up.
Well, I mean, I guess they could do it next year.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess they could do that. But what was I even gonna say? You know what would be cool though? If the NBA got suspended long enough to where the finals, the like Game 7 of the NBA Finals was like on a Tuesday or Wednesday, and then the opening Thursday night of college football was that same week. That would be cool. That would be fun. It would certainly be unprecedented. And one thing I've seen is like, depending upon when the NBA and really all these leagues resume, like specifically the NBA and the NHL, just you'll probably have to shorten the season next year. Just because.
Yeah, they might. I mean, it's hard to tell them what they're going to do.
Yeah. Obviously, they're both 82 games. You'll probably have to shorten it to like 65 next year or something. But.
Be fine by me.
Yeah.
They need to shorten it by about half as many games anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess the only other thing is, a lot of movies are getting pushed back too, which I don't really understand. I don't know if you saw, but Fast and Furious 9, I believe it is, got pushed back all the way to May 2020 or April 2021. It was supposed to come out in like 2 weeks.
I just read that before you called me.
Yeah.
A whole year. I don't really get that.
Yeah, it was crazy. Well, I can't really think of anything else to talk about. It's a short episode. It's a crazy episode. No one knows what to do. But, Cowboy, anything else you want to say before we roll out of here?
No, son, I hate that you're going to miss the state tournament. And I know you enjoy the March Madness more than about anybody I know. And it's been taken from you, and I hate it for you. I really do. But
well, that's the beauty of video games.
Well, there's that. Like I said, you get yourself ready for your golf season. And get to make sure your grades are in good shape.
Yeah.
One thing I'll say. If they play that Masters in front of no people, it's going to be really interesting looking at that course with no people out there.
Yeah, honestly, I think that would be pretty cool.
I did too.
It would give a different perspective.
I kind of hope it happens that way.
Because it would give a different perspective.
Yeah. You'd be able to see it a lot better.
Yeah.
And see it, the way it plays for the members. I think it'd be awesome, honestly. But it'd be really strange with no gallery out there, that's for sure, with no fans clapping or anything.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to know what's going on 2 holes over. You wouldn't have the back 9 roars. But
no, it would change a lot about it. But anyway, buddy, well, I guess we can cut it short from here because there's just not anything else to talk about.
Yeah, I don't know if this will be our last podcast for a while, but I guess we might see you later. I don't know when our next podcast is, but either way, we'll talk to you guys later, and stay safe, everybody.